Like a pro. Today I'm going to show you how to draft a skirt using body measurements. You can make either a 6, a 8, a 10, or 12 gored skirt. And the sample of the 6 gored skirts are here. This one is 6 panels. We're going to make one panel and cut it 6 times. And this is a sample one that's high-waisted. And just have buttons on the front for decoration and the zippers on the side seam. We have another one, 6 gored. It don't have a flare in it. It just have pleats inserted, and it zip on the side. It's also high-waisted. We have another one. It's also 6 gored, just to show you all the variables that you can do with this. It's 2 panels in the front, and then 2 on the side and 2 in the back. Well, with this pattern, we took it and spliced it twice and then matched up the stripes to make the pattern. And the last example is just a simple black one. And then this also is like the cheerleader skirt. And you can see with the fullness, you can get almost a full-fledged skirt. The 6 gored skirt or the gored skirts fit at the waist, fit at the hip, and then flare from the hip line out. So it's 2 panels in the front of this, 2 on the side, 2 in the back, and a visible zipper up the back with a small waistband or a facing to finish off the waist. So in order to draft this, you're going to need your waist measurement plus 2 inches. So my waist is 28 inches. And if I add 2 inches, that's 30 inches. I'm going to do a 6 gored skirt, so I'm going to divide that by 6. It's going to make 5 inches. My hips are 40 inches. I'm going to add 2 inches to my hips. It's going to make it 42. And if I divide that by 6, 7 inches. So my waist to my hip, I need to measure from my waist. In order to find your true waist, you need to take a string and tie it around your waist and bend to the side. And where your crease is at, that's your true waist. So I need my true waist to my hip bone so I know how far to go down. I want that measurement then to tape around my hips. So I'm going to need my hip measurement down to my hip bone. Mine is 9 inches. And we already had the hip measurement. And then the length I want my skirt to finish. So let's say 20 inches. So once you do all your math, then we're ready to get started. All we're going to do is make one panel. And we'll cut that either 6 times for my 6 gored or 8 for my 8 and so on to my 12. So you decide which skirt you want. So first I need to take a piece of freezer paper, a nice clean piece of paper, and I'm going to take it and fold it in half, no more than what I need because you don't need to waste stuff. So the first thing you're going to establish is a grain line. So write down the fold line, mark your grain line, down the length of the pattern, the fold, a nice straight line. So here I need to establish point A, which is going to be the top. That's going to be my waist. That's A. Then B, I need to establish my hip. My hip was 9 inches. And then from A to my hem is going to be my length. So that's going to be my 20 inches. So from those 3 points, I want to take my ruler and line it up on a solid line and square out. So this has to be perfectly lined up straight with my fold, and I send out. And I need to do that to all 3 points. This is my hem, this is my hip, and this is my waist. So I divided all my measurements here. Then I need to divide them again because this is half of one panel. So here at my waist I got 5, so I need to do it at 2.5. At my hip I got 7, and I need to do that at 3.5. So then I'm just going to take the ruler and hit those 2 points and let it rest at the hem. So if I hit A and hit B, or hit my waist and my hip and let it extend to my hem. I need to measure up at my waist 1/4 inch. Divide these in two and then let it rest on the center point. And at the flare of my hip, if that I want more flare than this, then these 2 points intersection, then I can add as much as I like. So from here, say for instance, I want more flare than that, I can come out 2 inches and blend it back to my hip because I want it to fit at my hip but flare out more at my hem. So then once I get my hem, again, I don't want the points to just hang down at points. I want to go up 1/2 inch at the side seam and blend that back in to a couple of inches so that my hem hangs straight when I sew it together. So all I need to do now is add seam allowance to my panel. I already have my grain line at my center front, my fold. I'm going to add 1/2 inch seam allowance. Sew it in some kind of muslin or something cheap that you really want to get a fit with first before you cut it out in your fashion fabric. So I continue my seam allowance all the way around. And then with a flared skirt, you only want a small hem, so let's just do a 1/2 inch seam allowance on the hem because you saw on all of ours we just had small hems. Can you pass me those scissors? And then we're going to take this and cut it out. And you can decide where you want your zipper to be because remember, this is 6 panels if it's a 6 gored skirt, so you're going to label it cut 6. When you open it up, there's your grain line. So I'm going to label that for my grain line. And I'm going to cut 6 of these. And once you add this up at your hip and add this total together at your waist, you're going to see you're going to come right back to your waist measurement plus your ease. So sew like a pro. Let me see what happened with those 6 gored skirts. 6 gored, 8 gored, 10 gored skirt. Custom made. You can make this for anybody, for yourself, for anybody. Real cute skirt.